Today we're checking out Lenovo's brand new flagship gaming laptop, the Lenovo Legion Pro 7i Gen 10. This is the latest refresh in the Legion lineup, packing Intel's new Core Ultra 9 chip and Nvidia's RTX 50 series graphics. It's flashy, powerful, and expensive, but is it worth that steep price tag? Let's break it all down. Lenovo actually redesigned the chassis for the Gen 10. It's still a 16-inch laptop, but slightly bigger and lighter than before, coming in at about 5.7 pounds. Not ultra portable, but for a gaming machine of this class, that's manageable. The lid now has a centered RGB lit Legion logo, which looks cleaner compared to last year's off-edge design. Lenovo also added RGB trim along the back vents, which gives the laptop a slick gamer vibe. One downside though, the chassis is mostly plastic. At this price, I was hoping for a full metal build like the Razer Blade 16, but the metal lid at least adds some premium feel. Ports have also shifted. Unlike previous Legions where most ports were on the back, everything's now on the sides. On the left, you get two USB-C ports, a USB-A, and HDMI. On the right, there's Ethernet, audio jack, two more USB-A ports, and a webcam shutter. Personally, I like this change. Side ports are just easier to access day to day. No matter which configuration you buy, you're getting the same 16-inch 1600p OLED display with a 240Hz refresh rate. This is hands down one of the best gaming screens on a laptop right now. Colors are vibrant, it's razor sharp, and motion looks incredibly smooth. The only drawback is glare. Since it's not a matte panel, reflections can get distracting if you've got lights behind you. Still, it's an absolute treat for gaming and content. Now let's talk performance because this thing is stacked. The base model starts at $2,909.99 and gives you an Intel Core Ultra 9275HX, 32GB of RAM, a 1TB SSD, and an RTX 5070 Ti. Already a monster. Our review unit is the upgraded $3,559 configuration. That swaps in the RTX 5080 and doubles storage to 2TB. Honestly, that GPU jump makes a big difference. We're talking 60 frames per second plus in AAA games at native resolution, and buttery high refresh performance in esports titles. Lenovo also upgraded cooling with their Legion cold front system, featuring a vapor chamber and what they call a dual burn mode that lets the CPU and GPU run flat out at the same time. That keeps frame rates more stable during long sessions, and it works. So, how does it actually perform? In Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 3 at 1600p with everything maxed, the Legion holds solidly above 100 frames per second. Drop to competitive settings, and you're maxing out that 240Hz display. In Cyberpunk 2077, on Ultra with ray tracing, you're looking at around 60 frames per second native, and with DLSS enabled, it climbs comfortably higher. On F1 2024, with DLSS active, it was actually one of the top performers in its class, easily pushing triple-digit frame rates. But here's the thing. Compared to rivals like the Asus ROG Strix Scar 16 and the Alienware 16, the Legion isn't always the winner. Sometimes it leads, sometimes it lags, and considering those laptops are a few $100 cheaper, that's worth thinking about. The keyboard hasn't changed much. Per key RGB, a slightly crunched numpad, and bouncy, satisfying keys. It's a solid typing experience, and Lenovo even included a dedicated Windows Copilot key for AI features. The webcam is a 5-megapixel shooter with a physical shutter, surprisingly sharp for streaming or work calls. And of course, there's Legion Space software, where you can tweak performance modes, monitor temps, and even overclock the GPU with a simple toggle. Battery life, as expected, isn't mind-blowing. You're looking at about 5 to 6 hours with light use like web browsing or video, but heavy gaming will chew through it in around 2 hours. Definitely a keep the charger nearby kind of laptop. So, here's the bottom line. The Lenovo Legion Pro 7i Gen 10 is a beastly gaming laptop with an incredible screen, powerful performance, and flashy new design. But it's pricey. At over $3,500 for the RTX 5080 model, it doesn't always outshine slightly cheaper competitors like the Asus Strix Scar or Alienware 16. If you want one of the slickest looking and most capable gaming laptops out there, and price isn't a deal breaker, this is a fantastic choice. But if you're hunting pure value, you might find better performance per dollar elsewhere. And that's my review of the Lenovo Legion Pro 7i Gen 10. What do you guys think? Is the premium design and performance worth the price, or would you go with one of its rivals instead? Drop your thoughts down below, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you found this helpful.